For my first Marvel Rival character concepts since the alpha launched, I decided to go with a pair suggested in the comments on one of my other videos, Spiderman and Ghost Rider, both their 2099 versions. And first up is Ghost Rider 2099. It'd be a Vanguard with 600 HP, which is a bit low for Vanguard, but you'll see why. His passive just stops you and your allies being seen through walls and stuff by... I think the only thing like that currently in the game is Punisher's passive, but I'm pretty sure they will add other characters with abilities like that. And his left click is a mid-range, quite high damage burst of energy from one of his hands. His right click is similar to that of Magneto's, but instead of being force field and then getting bonus from it, it's just bit of resistance. But then he's got 2 charges and a 5-second cooldown, whereas Magneto's only has 1 charge and is like 8-second cooldown. However, if he uses this on an allied Punisher, Star-Lord, or Rocket, while they have their fireball up, their primary fire gains lifesteal for the duration. Which, yeah, not sure how balanced that is, but yeah. His quick melee utilizes his chainsaw hand and does a small bleed effect, and his E ability places down an 100 HP cyber pylon that lasts for 30 seconds, and you have a 15-second cooldown. And if you place a cyber pylon down, it destroys any others you already had down. What does a cyber pylon do, you might ask? Well, if you use your F ability reboot, which has a 20-second cooldown, you teleport to your cyber pylon and drain all of its health. So if it's on full health, you'd heal 100 and it gets destroyed. If it's on 25, you'd heal 25 and it would get destroyed, etc. His left shift ability, Code of Vengeance, basically gives your attacks lifesteal for a bit, and also means that enemies who damage you take damage back proportional to how much damage they've dealt to you. So I kind of said 30% maybe. So this would discourage enemies from attacking him. And because of the cooldowns and stuff, he'd have this up for a bit under half the game, technically, if he maximized its efficiency. Vanguard's kind of supposed to protect the team, and this would stop enemies from attacking you, kind of. But then it'd also just mean you could get right up to their face, kind of soak up their damage. And for his ultimate, he summons his motorbike, and then also, just say he'd probably have a classic skin and stuff. But yeah, he summons his Ford Velociraptor, which is Ghost Rider 2099's bike, and for the next 10 seconds, he can ride it, cancelling the ability earlier with Reboot, and it gets a massive speed, damage, and jump boost. So, Ghost Rider 2099 is a Vanguard who assists your team by just being up in your opponent's face and damage them and absorbing their damage with Cyber Pylon as a quick getaway if he needs to. And if he dies, if he has a Cyber Pylon up, he can still technically teleport that and get quickly back into the fight. Also, he has a motorbike. Spider-Man 2099 would be a 270 HP duelist whose passive wall crawler lets him hold space to climb up walls, just like Spider-Man and Rocket, and his left click would be a melee talon strike. His left click would be a 4-second cooldown web zip where he just launches a web forward from each hand. His webs would look like they do in the second Spider-Verse movie, across the Spider-Verse. And then if the webs hit train or opponent, it'd just be pulled towards it at a high speed. His E ability would shoot a single web, and if it hits an enemy, it snares them. While they're snared, we can't use attacks or abilities, and snare only goes if they get damaged. So it's good to just disable a target, and it'd probably also just have maybe saves for 5 seconds if they don't take damage or something. But yeah, that's a great way to disable targets quickly and efficiently without having to actually kill them. But if you use it on someone you're trying to kill, it's a good way to stop them being able to attack you before you can attack them. For example, with his next ability, Deadly Blades, where blades extend from his forearm and he spins a circle, dealing damage and knockback to nearby enemies. And also he takes less damage while he's spinning. When he uses his ultimate Pure Rapture, he leaps forwards at high speeds, and the first enemy he hits is carried with him and slammed into ground for extremely high damage, as well as life steal. And it'd be able to one-shot most heroes in the game, plus giving him some more survivability. His team up with Magic is the same one that she has with Black Panther and will apparently be getting with other heroes. So basically, she'll be able to create a portal which he can then go through. In general, Spider-Man 2099 would be very agile, zipping around at top speeds with his web zip, which has a fairly low cooldown. And his snare would also let you get closer to enemies in order to use his high damage close range attacks without them being able to stop him while he's far away. So he'd probably play similar to Black Panther in Spider-Man, but minus the Vibranium, Mark, and Spider Tracer they apply respectively. Thanks for listening to today's video, or maybe watching it, but yeah. And put any suggestions you have for characters for me to make in the comments. I have quite a few suggestions already, and there's just some others I want to make, but I'll try and get around to doing all of them eventually. If you have a game, enjoy. If you don't, I hope you get in. And if you don't want to, I wonder why you're watching this video. But yes, thanks for watching, and ta-ta.